backfired on NPR.
And like many patients at Northland, she said I could record her procedure. We're going to hear some of that now.
Okay, so I am just going to get you set up on the table, and we're going to do that sedation medicine. Okay. I'm going to pull this out under your legs.
Most patients are partially awake during the procedures. They get IV medication for pain and anxiety. The lights are dimmed. There's soothing music. It actually feels a lot like a childbirth. The medical gown, your bare legs in stirrups, and a person next to you saying, "You can do this. Release my hand and just keep breathing." That's Brandy. She's one of the staffers. Her job is to monitor vital signs, but it is also to hold the patient's hand and talk her through this. Whether it's a birth or an abortion, it is often women guiding other women.
You're going to hear this machine turn on now, okay? It makes a loud noise.
Okay. Blow it out, breathe through it, blow it out. Listen to me, blow it out. If you hold your breath, it just makes it harder for you. Keep breathing.
Just keep breathing, Brandy tells her over and over. I can't, the patient says at one point when the cramps get painful. Yes, you can, Brandy tells her. You're doing it. And then within just a couple of minutes, it's over.
All right, take some deep breaths for me. Catch your breath.
You did it.
Thank you guys so much. You
did. You are welcome.
I hope I didn't do too bad.
You did great. You did great. You did just fine. Yeah.
I really went back and forth over whether to play that on the show or not, because it's truly nauseating, and I bet that many of you are sick to your stomach hearing it. And it's not because you haven't seen violence before or heard violence or probably seen or heard people die on video. I mean, we see crime videos, we've seen videos from war, real video. I'm not talking about Hollywood or anything like that. You've seen news footage from wars. You've seen crime videos. You've probably seen or heard people die before. There's something especially nauseating about this, even compared to crime videos or war videos, because it's a mother doing it. And the way that this NPR host introduces it, she says, "You know, it's in many ways, this procedure is a lot like giving birth." Yeah, it is, because you are giving birth. It's just instead of giving birth to a living baby to nurture this baby and care for this baby as you ought to do, you're giving birth to a baby that you've likely already killed in the womb. And then you're giving birth to it to throw them away in the trash. So it's just nauseating. And someone wrote in when this story was going viral. The reason I ended up deciding that we should play it on the air is because this was on national public radio. This was as public as it could possibly be. Public in the sense that, yes, it was aired on a mainstream platform, but public in that our political system paid for it. You paid for this to air. And I believe the reason that NPR chose to do it, because NPR is very far left, and why we fund it, I have no idea, but the reason they chose to do it is because they think that it's going to destigmatize and demystify abortion. Well, yes, it will demystify abortion because it will get rid of the euphemisms that people always use. Reproductive rights, women's health care, all these euphemisms that are deceptive, that actually not only do they sugarcoat the procedure, but they invert it. They say it's reproductive. It's not. It's the opposite of reproductive. They say it's healthcare. It's not healthcare. It's murder. And so it demystifies it, but I don't think it destigmatizes it. I think it really demonstrates to people why there is a stigma around abortion. There's a stigma around abortion because it's the murder of a child. And so I think it completely backfires, and I think it's actually important to amplify this for people to see, to hear the reality of it. Some mouthy lib that I saw on social media when I posted this along with other people said, "Oh, you're so sickened by this. What, you've never seen video of a school shooting?" And I thought, first of all, no, I never have seen video of a school shooting. I don't know that anyone has. Are there videos of the school shootings? I don't think so. But furthermore, even if such a thing existed, this would be worse. Because killing is a fact of life. This is a fallen world, and it's a sin that just exists. There is murder in the world. And there's war, and there's just regular street murder, and there's even murder in high schools, and there's even murder of poor little children, and all these things. But it's even worse when the murderer is the mother. It's so much more perverse. I mean, this was Mother Teresa's speech to the UN. She said the biggest problem in the world today, the cause of political evils, more so than any other cause, is abortion. Because if a mother can kill her own child, then there's nothing that anyone won't do. Absolutely horrifying stuff. And in the face of this horrifying stuff, is it any wonder that people are turning away from the Democrats? That NPR audio, that was their election strategy. Because they couldn't run on anything else. They were running on that. And why is it not working? Because when the reality of what the Democrats want, or what the libs want, is presented to people, they see that it's horrifying. Once you get past all the euphemisms and all the mealy-mouthed BS language, what you hear is the vacuum turn on. And you say, wow, we can't have that. And this is, even people who were so personally offended by Donald Trump, even the squishes and the moderates and the never Trump conservatives and whatever, all of these people who endorsed Joe Biden, you're seeing them move away now. Forget about the libs, the kind of moderate libs like Bill Maher or Joe Rogan or Elon Musk, who you've seen move much more to the right. But even someone like George Will, who was a major conservative writer, and then he went full on never Trump, and he endorsed Joe Biden, and he voted for Joe Biden. Well, George Will has even come out. This is one of the most anti-Trump voices in the country. And he just came out and he said, for the good of the country, Biden and Harris should bow out of the 2024 election. Even the people who made such a show of endorsing Joe Biden are having buyer's remorse. The collective leftist meltdown that is going to occur on election night next week, I think it's going to be glorious unless some water pipes break, unless some votes come in Philly at 3 a.m.